Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to the Full-Length Cup Challenge live on Marconi Entertainment for tonight's Paperclip 400. Looks like you're having trouble staying green. That's going to be a little bit of a problem tonight. We'll see how it goes. My name's Kirk Mills alongside Howie Burrows in the booth, and we got, of course, our producer, Howie Burrows. Same guy. He's doing double duty tonight. And we're going to see 400 miles around Martinsville. Pace car dives down into the pit lane. Here we go from Martinsville, getting ready to head through turns 3 and 4 to start things off. Sean Conklin and Paul Hill out of turn number 4 through that restart zone. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, you bunch of hot dogs. Conklin comes around out of turn number 4 to lead lap number 1, but up out of the hill goes Paul Hill. He loses 3, 4, 5 spots side by side now for 5th.
Goes without saying you want to be off that surface on the outside as much as you can, but the marbles aren't even quite there yet, and that was just driving yourself out of the groove, unfortunately, this early on. It's early, you really don't want to let that get in your head,
Becky, turn 4! Jeremy B. Brown is around turn 4. Caution's going to come out, I believe, that 07, first accident of the day. Sorry to interrupt you. Saw him spinning in turn 4. Let's take a look and see what happened. What do you think happened there, Howie?
It happens. You're going to interrupt me plenty of times from Rex today, I think. I think he's gotten himself out of the groove again. This time round, you got to get to that concrete on the bottom of the track. There's no grip up there on the tarmac, and a few drivers, they're going tight already. They're already missing it.
It's so common to spin the wheels here in the next gen. For some reason, it's just that much easier to spin them. But up front, again, it's Conklin and Patrick Gitter now P2. Here we go through that restart zone, back underway. Gitter did not get a great jump at all.
Conklin's off the line, too wide further back, but at least Gitter's on his own for now, unless that 12 decides to sneak up the inside. He's going to get blocked quite hard on entry there. He really wants to be single file for as long as possible.
All right, heading down into the turn number 1. We are now completing lap number 8 into lap number 9. That leader is already starting to scoot away. We saw that last week. But Patrick Gitter's trying to chase him down. Very similar to what we saw at the beginning of the race last week. Patrick Gitter also was running P2, trying to chase down Conklin. This is a very similar picture to what we saw in the previous race at Darlington. Side-by-side battle right now. You see Dyson on the top side trying to roll the top. It's very difficult to do that in the next-gen cars. Wreck in turn number 1 and 2. There's the 73 of Mesnard. Hard contact with William Owens.
We are doing this quite a lot here already. Maybe that's just how it's going to be. Let's take a look at how this one happens. We are looking at Evan Mesnard's car here. He self-spins, locks it up on entry, and then just Williams and Stone are just in the way.
Yep, so it turns out it wasn't Owens there. You were right. Stephen Williams and Cameron Stone both got damage from that. They will probably have to come down pit road, but that at least shows you exactly how these wrecks can happen. You're chilling on your own. You see a car stop, and where can you go? You got nowhere to go. So it's not even Williams' fault there, but of course, let's see if we can go on board if we can with the driver that got in there a little too hot. I think it was Mesnard. I think he got on the brakes, a little binders a little too hard, and that's locked up the rears and just got the car sideways. I think that's what happened, but I want to confirm. Take a look. So he's going to pull in Evan Mesnard here. He's right behind Roman, who's really fast. He's going to try to make his way through the field really quickly. He's going to be side by side. He had to let off to avoid spinning. He's got a car in his mirror looking. I think that may have been a contributing factor. If you go back a little bit further and watch the mirror, you'll see the 16 car showing the nose, meaning he's going a little lower. And when you're looking in the mirror at the car behind you, once he shows the nose, it means you want to dive it in a little deeper so he doesn't push you up to the 3rd lane. And when you do that, he almost rear-ended the 11, got back on the brakes, and unfortunately got wrecked there. So it's just a racing incident, Howie. It's very difficult to come back from that, but hopefully he's able to get the damage repaired and continue on. And the restart, we are back underway. Watch the wheel spin. We look fine. I don't see any problems there. Conklin takes it in.
Good start once more, but I think that 12 of Hodgson's actually looking pretty good this time around. Gitter's up on the outside, the track position given to that inside lane, and I actually think Hodgson might be able to run this out. Nope, still side by side, plenty of rows, two, and then just further back, that's the 26 of Paul Hill's the first car in the single file.
Still side by side for the lead, though. Ex-teammates there. You see Patrick Gitter on the top, Nolan Hodgson there on the bottom. Nolan's probably going to be able to make the pass here just now, but look at that. Alex Murray in the 22 making his way towards the front. He has now gotten all the way up the left rear quarter panel of Patrick Gitter for third place. He's trying to make a move for it. Gitter just can't seem to find the bottom until just now. He decided to cut down, found the hole, and now the next side-by-side battle is Dyson trying to roll the top on him. Looking through this field, you're going to start seeing a bunch of comers and go, oh, turn number 3, car into the outside wall. It's the 62 of Neil Pearson going the wrong way, trying to get the car turned around. He had a hard moment in turns 3 and 4. Let's take a look and see what happened. He was running with the 16. 16 dives it in deep, and contact overcorrects straight into the outside wall. Heavy contact, barely misses the 97 of Hoytsma. But the 16 dove it in there just way too deep. He wasn't going to keep that car stuck, unfortunately, at all. And he just made contact with the 62. 62 tried to correct it, but too hard out in the outside wall. Well, here we go, folks. 58 car. Conklin going to get that restart. Watch the wheel spin. He got a great jump. Man, he's getting a lot of good practice restarting from the lead here. Going into the corner, he already has like a half car length jump over the second place, who's now Patrick Gitter, battling with Nolan Hodgson because that outside line is no man's land. Nobody wants to be running that top lane at all. It does not help you in the slightest.
Who wants to go the long way around here at Martinsville? Not many. At least keeping on the concrete, though, lets you keep up a battle. 21 and 12. It's going to settle in single file now. Dyson is on the inside, but...
Oh, wrecking turn number 2. Cars around again. One. Caution will probably come out. Yep, there it is.
Where is it?
You see right now the 40 car of Jose Medina in turn number 2.
There he is. Just,
yep, let's take a look and see how he got turned around here. Caution number 4. And we are going to be here for a minute. Let's go back a little bit further, shall we?
Worth remembering some of these cautions are manual. Some of iRacing will throw them, but also if race control thinks something could escalate, they'll throw it even if iRacing wouldn't. Jose's not the start of that. That's the 30 of William Owens that kicks that one off. So let's go a little bit further back. 30 on the outside, dips to the inside. And I think he sort of locks it up badly, and that's going to cause the 48 to run into the rear of him. I do think there's something on that wheel movement there that seemed quite manic. It seemed like he wasn't really in control of his car entering the turn. No, that was just an illusion. But it's sort of like, it doesn't look right. The movement of that car doesn't look right entering the turn to me. We'll do one more though.
Well, yeah, I'd say right here, what I'm seeing here is that Tyler Hunter had a run on the entry, and he wanted to use it, but he made a move at the last second too quick, and he got to the inside, and the 30 car was already going to go for that spot no matter what. And after that, just a chain reaction. Cliff Mullins getting into the side of the 40 car, sending him around. Oh my goodness. Well, folks, single file restarts. There's a huge checkup going into turn number 3. I think there might be an accident waiting to happen out of turn number 4, getting ready to go back green. We are back underway. Single file restarts for the time being.
And we still already want a challenge on the outside. That's Dylan Basin in the 84. He's going to be the first to make a bold move. Look, you don't usually make that shot up high, but you don't really get much of a chance if you're running single file. He seems speedy on the top. Basin genuinely seems like he loves that top, and he's rolling it. He's making it work every single time.
Agreed. Anyway, folks, take a look right here. Battle for second starting to heat up. Dylan Basin. And that Ryko car is just absolutely on rail. 58 going higher in the racetrack. You can see that's whenever that top line started coming in. We're still green out there on the racetrack live right now. Keep that in mind. Here he goes. He goes into the corner, gives him a shot in the 07. 2 shots. Gets him loose off the corner. Almost wrecks the car. Saves it. Down the straightaway. 60 got loose up ahead. 07 chases him in and gives him a shot in the back bumper again. This is just Martinsville anger getting at each other. Wreck it on the front straightaway. There goes Jedi Taylor in the 60 car. Front stretch, going the wrong way. Caution's going to come out in the 60 car, facing the wrong way on the front straightaway.
Here it comes. runs is Jason Taylor. The way that wreck happens makes me think it's either a little tap. Oh, it was a little tap. There was already a lap car. It's very difficult to know where to go as a lap car on this track, and someone missed the memo on the communication on corner exit here. He's up wide, up and high. There's the 12. He gets wobbly on exit. The 12's not at all ready for that pace. Taylor's around.
2 Ryko guys on the front row through the restart zone. We are back underway. Top 3 have single filed out, as it looks like top 4 now have side by side for 4th. As we got a crash again, Jeremy B. Brown in the 07 up in the outside wall, contact with more cars. There is a 3-car incident in turn 2. That will bring out yet another caution. The 07 has decided to Alt F4, and I believe he has left the server. He is done for the day. I hate to say that for Jeremy B. Brown. He just overdrove the entry, got sideways, loose, and this 44 of Cliff Mullins got sideways earlier, a different, unrelated incident. Let's look at the 44 to see what happened to him, too.
One more view of this, and then we'll take a peek back there as well. You know, if the day at Martinsville isn't going your way, why get through that much more of it? Oh, up wide in the corner, just about misses braking, and yet something else happened to that 44.
Yep. It was unrelated, so the 44 goes in there. I think he was on the top 3 wide, but we'll see what happens here. He goes to the outside of William Owens. See Chad Center and the 24 right in front of him. They're going to split it 3 wide. 30 car dives it in deep. When that happens, the 44 is up out of the groove. He tries to turn down and contact. Both cars do not have a good outcome out of that. They're having to come down pit road to get that damage repaired. Here we go, side by side. 2 Ryko cars getting a good jump again. They're underway. And it looks fine throughout the field. I'm not seeing too much stack up yet. Outside line there again for Basin. He's able to make that pass work. You know, something cool about Basin while we're talking about here, this car, he is someone who, how do I put this? He, I guess the best way to describe it is he's a big fan of the B movie. He has a lot of quotes from the B movie he comments on a lot. Side by side for position, though, you see Paul Hill, Dyson, 16 car, Matthew David Wood battling with the 23 of Harper. And right there in the middle, 6 car doesn't have really anywhere to go.
That single file was like a snake where you already see the back of the snake by the time you hit the front of it. And it's just very easy to lose laps. A lot of drivers losing laps 30th all the way down to 36th. Losing them.
Oh, there goes Dyson! Spinning on the front straightaway. Oh, no, he made contact with the car. We are under yellow again. The 41 of Andrew Dyson got some contact, got loose, came down into the inside wall, and yet another caution. That's number 7 in 76 laps so far.
Not the stage, we've been told. Not the stage. So we're going to have a race to the finish. Here's the 41 on the inside line. You could kind of see this one going wrong for a long, long time. 26 pushed out wide. And it's minor. There's almost nothing in that. That's just the car's width just not quite being where it is.
Yeah, that's just a misjudgment, racing incident. We know Hoytsman and Vroman are normally up towards the front. Casey Graves is a great driver moving up. Cole Macheski's fast on fresh tires. I know that. He's a great driver. Good guy. That is stage. So we'll have to go back and look at the results there when the caution came out. My guess is what they'll do. I'm sure that will be posted after the race. But for now, we'll just call it a wash. I won't be able to have a great answer here until that time. But here we go for the restart. Lucas Hoytsman's going to have the lead now on 19-lap-old tires. Through that restart zone, we are back underway. First restart of the day with someone other than a Ryko car in the lead. And Conklin and Basin are mild back in traffic in the middle of the field. They got a long way to go.
Well, we're on pit road, and now, I mean, I honestly, I don't know about Conklin's ability to get through traffic, because we've not seen much of it. Do think we'll be seeing a lot of it from Basin, though. Really, really hugging that bottom line. And he's able to get himself moving even on the top around drivers. Hoytsman's actually flying away, though, up front, 7 tenths to the rest of the field.
A great restart for that 97. Just constantly moving forward. And just to let you guys know, we're going to have Justin Prince joining us up here in the booth. He just got done broadcasting with the 12 Hours of Sebring. Justin, you got a copy here, pal?
Yes, indeed, I am. After 9 hours of commentary, 6 hours straight recently. Going to be excited once jumping in here, once the action sees some yellow flags. But right now, this green flag run, seeing a lot of the cars getting into a rhythm. Trying to really park it on the inside, make sure that no one else is able to roll by them. I think eventually Conklin's going to move him and will.
Yeah, he gave him a bumper shot right there. 88 gets down and out of the way. It's one of those normal Martinsville moves. You give the guy a shot and say, hey, man, I'm faster. Either you're going to move or I'm going to move you. That's absolutely Martinsville 101. There is a difference between that and overdriving a corner, though. I'm just going to make sure that that is well and apparent. Side by side right now for that position again. Sean Conklin now moving up an extra spot. Matthew David Wood as well, sporting that 16 Greg Biffle paint scheme. He got goes Raymond Root spinning on the front straightaway, saves the car, keeps it going straight. No caution yet, staying green.
I think he avoided hitting the wall also. Yet again, so easy to do that with this car, Kirk, I think you would say. Because with the way it handles off corner exit, look at Graves though. He just missed the bottom.
Man, it just gets harder and harder to drive the longer you go. That's how it is. Matthew David Wood's trying to hang on for dear life. He knows he's got one of the fastest cars in the field right on his back bumper, trying to make a move down to the inside now. I think he's going to be able to make that pass work here going into turns 3 and 4, or will the 16 have something for him on the top side? Remember, that top side just seems to come in the longer the run goes. It just seems to carry a lot more momentum. So that top side can actually compete really well the longer we go. And cars that are struggling today that you normally wouldn't expect to see towards the back of the field, I do want to bring that up a little bit here today. Drivers that are really like that right now, Cameron Stone, for example. I know Cameron Stone is a fantastic Martinsville racer in that 57 car. He's normally really hard to beat, but right now he's mired back in 21st. Nolan Hodgson, who was running in the top 3 earlier in this race, he's running right now 20th. He's got a long ways to go to try and catch back up. Oh, there goes Stone. He just goes around just like that, right as we were talking about him. Having a rough day, goes worse for the 57. And he's someone who likes Martinsville. I remember he won here in the past in the Friday Night Lights series, but just over. Oh, the one car, Dustin Hall, gets into the back bumper and sends him. I think they're teammates, aren't they?
Yeah. Just way too deep on the corner entry. By the way, this could have had a caution much earlier to this point. Remember the Tanner Marti situation? Part of the reason he got into that was he was lifting to get out of the way of DeCiani. Then Delaney still comes up and just clips him. Does a great job to avoid contact with the wall.
And they were in the back of the field for the majority of the first stage, but they cycled to the front at the end of the first stage, and now they're leading this thing. And them, Harper, and also Truel right behind them, all were the ones that cycled to the front. But take a look now. That closes the gap between the two that were leading this thing. It is, of course, you got Conklin and Basin right there trying to take advantage of them both as we're back underway into turn number 1.
Making their way down the back straightaway. Timothy Harper trying to hold on his strategy. All while Conklin looking to build off what was described when it comes to Howie Burrows as one of the most dominant races in iRacing I think he had seen. And I'd argue one of the better ones you'll see on the platform. 245 laps led for the Nostalgia 400 last week and lapped all but 6 cars in the end of that one. Conklin is doing a very good job on the roll, passing some of these drivers, but is boxed in with Truel, parking it.
This is exactly what Lucas Hoitzman wants to see in his mirror. 2 cars blocking the way of the 2 Ryko cars. Exactly what he wants to see. He's going to try and get away as far as he can before these guys try to make their way through. But you see Vroman, he's normally very quick all the time. He's got a good car. Same thing with the 71. He's trying to make a pass on the outside. It's got a long way to go to be able to make it work. But I think he's got a good run here. He might do it.
Oh, might think about 3 wide. Almost got to the bumper of the 71 for good measure. Looks like Drill able to get the rotation, and that opens the door immediately for Conklin to get alongside the 95. The pink machine. Stick to the inside, and now look to see what happens with Conklin immediately going for the attack for second. Remember, it's a Ryko power plant up at the front, too, when it comes to Black Flag for a majority of their entries, and Conklin wants to join them.
Oh, contact out of the corner with the 71 and Conklin. Conklin now getting up to second place. He's just on another planet. That guy's just going so dang fast. And ever since he started racing in the FLCC, he's taken over the world. He's now the points leader. He's dominated the last race. He won the race prior to that, and now he has a good shot with the fastest car today, at least from what we've seen so far. He's going to be in the lead of this thing if he's able to continue this pace. He's going to be there.
Yeah, last time by a tenth quicker when it comes to Conklin. Again, one of our longer runs, you can argue, so far, is to make the way off the corner. Right now, one of the drivers to also think about, since jumping into
wrecking on a turn, entering to turn number 3 at the 26th of Paul Hill, going around.
Oh, I think he hit the pit entry too. Hill might actually get himself Black Flag because he clipped the left side tires on the entry. Now he's going to wreck it again.
Oh, man, something's going on with that 26. He needs to get back on the gas. No cautions out as they're side-by-side for the lead right now. Conklin's trying to make a pass, but we'll go back and take a look at the 26.
I don't know
There's
why he
the
came
contact.
up.
Still side-by-side for the lead.
Here it is for the point. Conklin's got the inside. Hoytsma trying to give him some squeezes. Remember earlier, some of the battling in front of the Ryko cars had been for a few laps of fighting. Hoytsma gives space on exit. New leader, Sean Conklin, to the point of the 58. And here comes Basin.
Following them through. 1, 2, here we do. That's what they're going through. There's a lot of rhyme in there. My bad. None of that made any sense. But yeah, he's going for it. Trying to go to the outside now of the 97.
Yeah, I think right now, do you think this is really with the time at the caution flag, some of the tire stints come into play, Kirk, or is this for them in terms of this just a little bit quicker overall here? You'd have to say we have a wreck anyway, caution.
Yeah, Harper, I believe, in the 23 car is facing the wrong way on the front straightaway. I think that's Harper. Yes, it is. Facing the wrong way on the front stretch. See what happened to Harper to bring out this next yellow here. Going into the corner, you see Adam Benefield there in the 83 on his back bumper. And there you go. Some contact, sends the 23 around.
I think Harper was trying to diamond the corner, I think you could argue, Kirk, because if you look at the angle from where the bumper was to Benefield, there was that set initially by the 83, but he was trying to cut the corner. By the way, Paul Hill, this is above. I'm surprised this wasn't the caution a few laps before. I still don't understand why Hill just came up the middle straightaway into the fender of the 23.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with the side draft. Side drafts sometimes make you, when you're on that point in the corner, you can absolutely get sucked into the car on the outside. That's just how it is. But yeah, here was the pass for second. You see the 84 going by on the top side. I don't think, let's take a look at it again. Here we go. Let's get on board if we can with the 83. If we have a chance to get on board with the 83, that'd be good to watch. But for here, he's trying to show the nose. He says, hey, I'm going to try and make a pass here. 23 goes down, overdrives the entry. That's going to open the door for the 83. 83's there, and just the 23 tried to diamond it like he said, and he came down. So he's showing the nose. He's there. 23 overdrives, dives it in, and yeah, 23 just comes down on him. Back underway.
Clean start for the Ryko cars, but expect to send for the 71. Remember, the freshies are going to be about where Hoytsma is, around 13, 14 spot, give or take 15th for this lunge. Top two make their way up through 1 and 2. But Patrick Gitter trying to fight hard at this moment.
Oh,
look
wrecking
at how
turn
things are going in
4.
the back.
Tanner Marty. Tanner Marty's turned around, kept the car straight. 29 car, Marty was the car who got around, but they're still side-by-side battling for 6th now. They saved the car after going to a near stop in the corner. Let's take a look at it.
I don't know about the circumstance. Look at the 62 here, Kirk. Why was he way up high? Marty does a great job.
He tried to avoid contact. Leader just made contact with Raymond Root going down the back straightaway as we're coming down to get the white flag in the stage here.
My goodness, the stage has zipped on by, hasn't it? Conklin, 1 to go in the stage, only has Tanner Marty to pass. Does he want to be nice and let the 29 stay on the respective lap? Or does he want to be mean and put them as a lucky dog? Looks like he's going to be nice. He backed up the pace a little bit. Stays to the outside. Sean Conklin powers his way to the front. And the Ken Byron showcase continues. He wins stage 2.
Great finish for Matthew David Wood and Adam Benefield, 3rd and 4th tonight. Hoytsma, Delaney, Lim, Gitter, DeCiani, and Vroman are your top 10, it looks like.
So Conklin, Basin in the top 2, Wood, Benefield, Hoytsma, Delaney in the top running order, Lim, Gitter, DeCiani, Vroom, amongst your top 10 at the end of stage 2. I don't think the yellow flag is going to get put away yet. The green flag is out. We're backing away. Good start for the field here, Kirk, as they stay double file for about 3rd on back yet again as per standard. But Wood kept the track position with the call, now has equal tires, can really solidify his spot, all while Hoytsma wants to gain some again.
Top 4 really have single filed out. It's going to be top 5 here in a second if Hoytsman's able to clear Delaney. Delaney sends it in, though, on the top. That is for the 5th place spot. And it looks like that Hoytsman's going to get the run on the bottom. Look out, DeCiani behind them, but still side by side for that 5th place spot. Delaney really likes shooting it in on that outside line, and it just seems to be maintaining speed at this point. Whether or not he's going to be able to make the pass is yet to be seen, but I like this run right here. This might actually be it for the 6 car. Oh, wrecking on the front straightaway. The 62 spun around the wrong direction on the front straightaway. And that will bring out yet another caution. Neil Pearson in the 62. This is so unfortunate. I hate to see that happen for the 62 Neil Pearson. He's just had a rough day, gone worse, unfortunately. Gallimore on the bottom. Let's see what happened. Oh, just slight contact, and there you go.
I'm not sure what you mean by pink hot dog, but I know they're good.
I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you a picture. We're going to get back underway.
We're backing away. Conklin with a good jump. I know what a hot dog looks like before anyone else. I know what a Martinsville hot dog is. I'm just not sure the visualization of the interior of the Martinsville hot dog. All that's well. The field itself, off to a good launch. Oh, you mean reddish in terms of the interior of the hot dog.
Oh, it's pink, and it looks pink. Like, here's another, I got another picture of it somewhere around it. But right now, look at this. Oh, battle for 3rd place. You look at that. Delaney's right on the quarter panel of Matthew David Wood. And he almost spun him. He's still there, though. Delaney's trying to move his way forward, but Matthew's hanging tight on the top, and he's not giving him any room.
Yeah, not so much at all. Wood leads on him. Contact, holds on to it. Delaney gave him a break. And now you can see Delaney trying to give him a little bit of a higher arc, force him off the gas of the marbles yet again.
Man, this is awesome. I love this battle right here. 6 cars trying to, Wood's new. He's a rookie here. 6 cars been around for a lot of years. I think he's just trying to size him up, see how he handles big, heavy racing up front. I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, those are the pink hot dogs you get. I can see how they could be red, but in person it feels like they're pinkish. But very good stuff. I enjoyed them.
I don't know if they call them red hots in terms of the branding for comparison's sake here, but those look very bright colored hot dogs. But I know people love them and really like to chow on them. I've heard of people eating like 10, 20 at a time.
You see Delaney made that pass for position, and now he's under fire. The 16 of Matthew David Wood's under fire from Patrick Gitter. I think Patrick Gitter here on the bottom is more of a short-run car. Same thing with the 6 of Delaney. 16 cars seem to come in longer the cars went out on the racetrack. The longer they ran, the better they ran. Lucas Hoytsman started at the back of the field today, driving to the front. He's running right now in 6th, right behind these guys. Oh, look out. Oh, he got into him. There goes the 16. The 21 of Patrick Gitter gets into Matthew David Wood and spins him out.
Caution is out again. Over-rotated on the slide. I think there's a chance. It wasn't a blend down. Watch Gitter's line. I think he missed the bottom by about a couple car lengths. Half a car length.
Yeah, he 16 did absolutely nothing wrong. Mistake 100% on Patrick Gitter's part. I'm sure he didn't mean to do that. That did not look intentional. You could always tell when it's intentional. In most cases, it'd be rare. But I could say here, it was most likely just a mistake on Patrick Gitter. And I'm sure he'll apologize to him after the race, no doubt about it.
Right now, as we look, here's the comparison. That not only has the marbles, but there's actually some rubber itself imprinted onto the yellow pavement that's laid its way in as drivers have zipped about, making it a very greasy color. By the way, restart time. 125 laps into the tire stints for these drivers this time. It's time for Conklin and Basin to try and work as one. The Power Rangers hit the gas as Delaney goes for second.
Oh, look out. Patrick Gitter's trying to get to the bottom. He found a hole. He had to get on the brakes pretty hard to make it work. He gets in, and now Delaney's trying to get up. Oh, they're wrecking off of turn number 2. Car spinning. Look out, Dustin Hall.
Ralph Hutchinson also went around the 19 car, I think. He went around first. Bumper, bumper, temper, temper. I don't think this was initially intentional. Watch this. Check up, bumper, spin. I mean, when I was at Daytona, I was hit in the head with lug nut once when I was a kid.
No kidding, really?
When it was up in the 3rd row. We're back underway here with the paperclip. Conklin and Basin side by side. Clearance for Conklin as he's able to get himself clear. Yeah, back in the day, I think NASCAR had a lot more lug nuts lost than people realized back in the day. Now with a single lug nut, if you're hit in the head with a lug nut, there's a huge problem with the race car because the tire's probably falling off.
Yeah, and you're going to the hospital, too. Those things are heavy. 12 car.
There's a clarification on that. That's not because of that situation when it comes to Gossett. That's because Gossett's family is one of the team sponsors for Ryko,
Oh, yeah.
and Hodgson is lucky not to be a caution.
Yeah. There he is. He's on screen. He saved the car. Got very lucky. Yeah, the point was that his last name's on the car. It was on it since the beginning of the year, but can't take his name out of the race, that's for sure.
Up 71 that's been having a phenomenal day. Right now still in the top 15. Wood after his slide. Still trying to find his way ahead. Did take tires, remember, after his slide. So he's slowly picking off one by one. Keeping it stable. And remember Daiso having a team change early on.
Oh!
He's top 10. Oh no, and our stack up again with the checkup. No one spins it.
Yeah, that was fun, man. That was fun to watch. All right, that ain't over yet, folks. I don't think that battling's going to be done anytime soon. Look at this. 26 going to dive it in deep on the inside. He's going to get there, but he overdrives it. Contact with Alex Murray. Gets him a little loose. Ain't over yet. They're still racing side by side. And they're now dealing with lap traffic as well. 44 of Mullins getting involved.
There's a squeeze up. DeCiani has to give it up into the marbles. He sails off. And able to get the car to rotate. Hill not afraid to get some of these elbows out, though. Able to keep up. Right now will get the give and take with the traffic. Can definitely say that at the very least. But there is one thing major to note when it comes to all of this too is, as we go about here, the run progresses and Hoytsville having to give up a spot to Benefiel. Conti cars are picking up a little bit of pace. They've stayed only at 0.8, maybe 0.7 of a second of fall off over the course of 70 plus laps on the tires. What was the saying Jeff Gordon had a few years ago when he was the broadcast booth still, that you can drive the stock car tires on your actual car? They work so well. I think we have the same type of compound tonight with the fall off. And he's dropped off a little bit. A second and a half now back of the race lead. I wonder if that's partly with the traffic per se. Let's see. I'm pretty sure he just hit a wave of traffic, Bobby Anderson and company, that really held him back here. Look at all the cars that Conklin got through, while Basin doesn't.
Yeah, so right there, he's actually right on him. He's going to be there. He's gaining a lot of ground on his teammate there. But right around here, He gets his right side tires up out of the groove, and he loses all of his momentum, goes up in the marbles, and loses all that time. Just one little mistake, 1 inch over the line, and you will go up and out of the way. Just having some fun. I think that's cool. And not to mention, I think these guys might be a little tired too. I mean, they've been out there going green for a long time. When you're out there constantly having to concentrate like a track like this, you start getting a little tired, you know? Side by side for position like that, you're constantly on concentration mode. I cannot wait to the end of the race when the drivers, they normally like to post their little heart rates. I guarantee it, it might stay pretty high for this one. They might get some cardio done. Oh, on pit road, what the heck did I just see? Jedi Taylor is doing burnouts, pitting the wrong way on pit road. He's facing the wrong direction.
Did he just decide, you know what, I'm done? Remember, he just came out of pit road, I believe, moments ago. Yeah. He just flick spinned it into his pit stall to look cool, I think.
Keyword is look. And he missed. He went 1 box too far.
I mean, I guess he's done.
I hate to see it, but Dyson and Vroman, man, this is a battle that won't quit. And look at this. That battling has brought in Matthew David Wood.
You know the wild thing? I
What's
think
that?
technically that Taylor was stopped in the box. He didn't actually tow. He just jumped out of the race car. It was so small of a gap. The sim actually didn't tow the car to the right way. If it did tow, it's sitting backwards in the pit stall. So with the iRacing, his car is just sitting in pit road.
Wait, no way. Is it still sitting backwards?
Yes, it is.
Wow, that's rare. You don't get to see that every day. You're just chilling. And the pit board's perfect for that, too. Wow.
Good job to avoid
Kumacheski doing
contact.
a great job. You're right, absolutely. 88 Kumacheski. The hands of the race move right there.
Pit stops are open. Getter's in.
Get her. First car. Oh, it's happening. Oh, I can't believe it. Patrick Gitter on pit road. He's going to play the risk card.
Patrick Getter opens the window, and this is a gamble, hoping it stays green. We'll have to keep it on if anyone else flurries their way down, but with under 100 to go, Getter may be trying to think about trying to get some spots overall on the track.
Gallimore's coming down now.
I think that around 120 might be the original number. That fuel estimate might be off. But look at the service.
Yeah, that's one angle we can get of the cars going in from here on out. Jedi Taylor, you're a camera. That's it. We're just going to use you as a camera. Paul Hill's on pit road. We're seeing it. Green flag pit stops. Oh, my goodness. I cannot believe it.
This is going to open up a lot of can of worms. Paul Hill just entered. Neil Pearson entered.
DeCiani.
Money stop time. So, again, Clippy helped. Thank Clippy for all your efforts.
Yeah, thanks, Clip. Appreciate you. All right. Now, if you could go to a pit lane 2 camera angle real quick. That's how we're going to be able to see the folks choose to come down pit road. If you could angle the camera slightly to the left so we can look at the pit entry. You're going to see 2 more cars go down pit road right here. Oh, see what I mean? They don't practice this. This is new. You saw that right there? I believe that's 22 of Alex Murray. He came down. This is going to be the spot where you want to watch right now because it's people choosing to come down pit road. They have not practiced this. Can we zoom in a little bit if we can? Just a little bit. There we go. More cars coming down. They're getting it slowed down. You can see it. They come off of turn number 2, get on the binders, try to get down. And now you're going to have fresh people on fresh tires, people on old tires. This is so unique. Watch this. Here comes another one right here. Going to get down in there. Let's see. Did they lock it up? 71, Truel. Great pit road entry. There's so much marbles right there. It's so easy to spin the car out. You got to be so careful here on pit entry.
Will definitely be as we look more of the drivers staking the way in. We talked to there's a lot of give and take in terms of potential the pit stop deltas that you have on fuel with the way things are going. But I think I am absolutely nervous if you are some of these drivers here about if there's a yellow flag, if you've already pit. because if you pit, remember that discussion on laps down, Getter is 2 down, and is only just now trying to lap himself. I am not sure how this is going to play out if it does come to a caution.
Yeah, Getter got one of his laps back. That's a huge moment. You want to stay at least 1 lap down. If you come down pit road, you got to get by that leader at least once before the leader comes down. You need to do that. Wow, that's wild.
Yeah, look out, Gallimore. Not sure about that. That was a big move.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that one. Please don't do nothing, 19. Hang on to it, please. Keep cool. All right, keep it cool. All right, you can get by him another way. There you go. Reset it up. You got Williams up there on the top. Now's not the right time to make that move. There you go. You got to time it just right. Good God. It's amazing. And right now we have 9 cars on the lead lap now that so many people are off sequence. Some guys are out there on 130 lap old tires straight. I think the last caution guy that we want to keep in mind of, Matthew David Wood, is the real green flag run. We're at 103 laps, green flag, no interruption.
Impressive. Very impressive. Ralph Hutchinson still following on in this train. 21st.
Oh, sorry. Matthew David Wood almost got wrecked with Jose Medina on the exit of turn 2 that last time by.
Yeah, Medina went up the racetrack and moved out of the way of all this to make sure there wasn't any more hindrance.
Basin.
See what happened in terms of that incident you're talking about with Matthew David Wood.
All right, 16 car. Trying to keep an eye on live too. Oh, golly, there's just so much battling going on around that same spot, all in that little group. 40 car, contact, that's what happened. 16 had to go down to evasive maneuver on the 40. Oh, there's a car up out of the groove in turns 1 and 2 now, going way up out of the groove. He saved the car, kept it going straight. But, man, this little section of cars are just all over the place.
Conklin's in. Race leader's in.
Wow. Leader on pit road, folks. We're seeing a green flag. Pit stops at Martinsville. What?
Alex Murray already picked up a speeding penalty notice. In terms of his issues, Cameron Stone's been out of this race for a while with the meatball flag. Pulled off in regards to one of the incidents earlier, but in terms of the strategy, it's definitely on. Now the gamble is on for the rest of the field to see, will we get the caution? The caution dance is on. If you're one of 9 cars on the lead lap, make it 8. Benefield, Delaney, Lim, Hoytsma, Dyson, Wood, Vroman, Komacheski, and those are the only cars that are maintaining the lead lap here.
You know, I think that there's a Bankston and Conklin. This is the battle for the lead once this thing cycles through, folks. Side by side for the lead between teammates.
How did Basin gain so much ground actually in this?
He came down earlier. He had fresher tires.
2 lap difference, so the undercut is powerful. That was near trouble with lap traffic.
You know, I think that there's actually one driver who would benefit the most from all this staying green. Matthew David Wood. He got involved in an incident right before we went under that long green flag run. He came down pit road, got fresh tires. He's running P6 right now. He can go at least 30 laps further than all the other cars around him. And so because of that, there is a chance, I think, that he will be able to, you know, stay out way longer. More cars will stay a lap down, and he will be able to be in a position, how do I put this? He can put everybody a lap down if a caution came out at the right time. That 16 car is in a good spot, but he's about to get passed by both Conklin and Basin. The 2 cars going to be battling for the eventual lead when this all cycles through.
Yeah, this is interesting for Basin. Remember, he was a good couple seconds behind Conklin before that call. The roll of the dice may just very well work here, but it's going to, again, require the field to keep on running the way they are with this pace with under 80 laps to go.
Oh, look out. 58 gave a shot to the back bumper of the 22. He's going to be 3 wide. Look out with Delaney. Oh, he makes contact. 22 hitting the 58. Oh, he spins him out into the outside wall. Both cars into the wall, staying green. No caution yet. That car's done. Conklin's out. He is out.
Oh, my goodness. Sean Conklin, who was in control for the past while.
Oh, turn 2, also a crash as well. Sorry, Williams wrecking. Caution's coming out.
Caution is out, and it's not involving this. Controversy and a half.
Oh my God. I cannot. That is. I'm sure that will be post-race. I'm trying to make sure I pick my words carefully right now.
Tempers are flaring on the radio. That's the understatement. As Williams just lost it.
Oh my gosh, what a hit. You know, can we go on board with the 22 and look at the wheel? This is what happened to Williams from his point of view. He just locked up the rears, overcorrected out in the outside wall, and he was done.
That's the mistake that everyone else was not wanting to see who had pit because of how many cars were on the lead lap. But Murray had said a little bit of patience, and then tempers flare. There's Conklin that gave you the bump. And then... oh, no.
Okay, that is clear. That is clear, folks. That is clear. But I will tell you one thing here. This reminds me. Junsa Lim and Alex Murray got together at Circuit of the Americas in a very similar way.
The grass is done for, especially on throttle.
Sorry, 67 car. He just spun in front of 4 other cars, collected this 15 car of Miller. He got bumped out of the way. He was fast. He was making his way towards the front in the top 10, but he got rear-ended by someone and spun out by the 22 of Alex Murray at the top of the hill. Watch this 22 car. He just dumped him. He just dumped him.
I mean, really?
Don't dive on me lap 3.
What? I'm getting instant vibes. I'll make sure I'll include that from that highlights section and bring it over here whenever we do the highlights for this race. But that looked uncalled for.
There's a counterpoint. He might say he was correcting for contact potentially.
I don't believe it. I don't.
Yeah. Race control's already indicated they are going to discuss things after today.
Hey, I see that. I see that. One in the wall in turn 1. Hey, I see that. I see that. Hey, I see that. I see that. One in the wall in turn 1. Hey, I see that. I see that. One in the wall in turn 1.
What are we doing?
I mean, a little bit of patience, son. Come on. I mean, a little bit of patience, son. Come on.
I don't want to hear anything out of your mouth.
Nope. All right, we will discuss some stuff post race. There's no need, Bryson. I'm just done with the damn league. It's fucking pathetic.
What kind of driving is that? You're fucking disgrace!
No, sir. You're a disgrace.
Let's see what race control decides for the future of the 22.
Man, that 84 got really lucky, though. Look at the 84. The 84 got really lucky here. You can see the contact. The 58's going to give him a shot going into the corner. Slight, very slight, bumping. That's fine. Goes in the middle. And then, yeah. The 6 car did nothing wrong there, by the way.
So this race has taken
Oh, they're
a
wrecking!
massive turn of a wrecking.
Already, there goes the 51. Raymond Root turning right up into the outside wall. Contact, we're going to have yet another caution. Jose Medina's there in the 40 car as well. Both car, this race was going green flag. We had the whole green flag pit stop cycle, and then all of a sudden, just chaos erupted.
Yeah.
40 did nothing wrong there.
And well, this just helped the case of drivers like Basin, Gitter, Hill, DeCiani with this parking lot.
Of Hutchinson sideways right now on the exit of pit road.
I don't know what to say. Let's just take a look at this. I think he just got an unsafe pit exit from this, by the way. He went to the wrong side of the cone. Easy to do.
Hold on. Chicao, there we go.
Chicao.
Kuchow. Dang, it's Kuchow, isn't it? He slid the car, and it looked like something that Lightning McQueen would do when he poses for a picture. He Kuchowed it. I guess that's what I'm going to call that. When he slide like that and the wheel ends up the way it does and the position it was, that looked more like a Kuchow moment than anything.
I think the term you're actually looking for is the mean version of Lightning McQueen.
Oh,
Kachu.
You mean Kachiga?
No, Kachu. So, Delaney chose the outside, by the way. He's off and away. He's bringing Whitesville with him, trying to get the clearance on the outside as the 83 battles for second.
I cannot believe this race. It is so chaotic. Up front, second place battle now. Hoytsma and Benefield. Oh, 41 goes wide. He's up out of the groove. He had to hang on to it. Matthew David Wood and Lim side by side for position. As the 83 gets into the back of the 6 car, gets loose from second place, loses 2 spots, drops back to 4th.
This is getting absolutely stunning here. Wood, by the way. Lim got loose. Let's take a look at what you were talking about. Well, there was a gap. If gap car, we have a wreck in live
off
action.
of turn number 2. A huge crash. Oh, a bunch of cars spinning, cautions out.
Yeah, pit exit is where the incident is right now. Matthew David Wood is cutting through the garage area.
Wait, what? Is that real?
Yeah, this is a caution. 16 is involved. Remember, Lim was already getting loose. Well, somebody got loose the next corner, and that was Matthew.
What is going on today, guys? I mean, we had, so, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to hurt some, I hope that didn't damage the car. He hit the safety crew.
Green, green, green. And it looks like Delaney got a good jump this time. Great jump from the 97 to Whitesma. That'll allow him to stay pretty much clear for second and will get clear for second. Benefield shows the nose, though. Can't come down yet as they battle behind.
You can see that on your screen side by side for second place. Benefield's trying to get it on the bottom. Outside lines carrying the momentum for now. 6 car Delaney tries to drive away from all this as they still are side by side for most of the spots around them. Oh my goodness. That second place battle is going to be really important because whoever's able to stay in second might have a shot at the win here. So Benefield can't just, stop. He's got to do everything he can to try and hang on to that position. Lim got loose. He dropped up out of the groove. He's now falling back into the clutches of 4th on back.
Yeah, losing a lot of ground right now, especially with Basin trying to push. Does get clear. Dylan Basin drives his way back up to the 4th position. Remember, Basin does have front nose damage from all the chaos that built up for the lead before. Your contact in the battle for second as Benefield tries to find a way to do this cleanly. Now look at this with the side-by-side as they continue to chug along. Right now the 97 really getting good exits here. I think right now Benefield might need, at the very least, to figure out if he can get a few laps down to make some of these passes, because on short run he's decent. It's the long run where he's got the advantage if he's able to keep up here.
True. Long run's where he's at. Looking at the rest of the field, they've really single filed out until you get to about maybe 20th on back. Oh, there goes Benefield really loose. Had to save the race car. He saves the car after wiggling it all around. Car's just way too loose right now.
Yeah, lost all the balance. And that will see him shuffle all the way back into the choo-choo train as they go with coming up to 43 to go. Right now, some single files still for the most part, but Matthew David Wood. You know the wild thing, I think, in all that craziness that we've seen pop up? He went to the garage, spun around, and somehow kept all his spots.
Wild stuff, man. You never know how that all happens.
Well, you know what's wild? I think we have the same thought.
Yep.
Sean Conklin.
I sent him a message to see if he was interested in wanting to talk, and he said he was. So what do you think? We should bring him up here on the green?
How about you have at it?
Sure.
Here's Sean.
Hey, Sean Conklin, Kirk in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Hey, man, we're under green flag conditions right now, but I got to ask you, man, what happened?
You know, just Alex Murray. Not sure what goes through his brain, but all I do know is that he does have two faces. I mean, he will be the, he'll try to act all nice and, you know, just the nicest person that there can be. You know, he'll try to suck up to everybody to get what he wants. But, you know, I mean, as soon as he's mad because he's running 20-something, so I gave him the excuse to just come intent wreck me for no reason. He says he got shipped and he got moved one lane up the racetrack just like everybody does. I mean, it's a classic bump and run. I mean, he was holding me up for 3 laps and we're racing for the win. There's absolutely no reason to do what he did, and he shouldn't be back for the rest of the season. That is absolutely unacceptable. We've kicked people for less in this league, and that just shows. And that's a setup shop owner for everybody that didn't know. I mean, he just set the okay for all of his drivers that is acceptable to do. So now every single one of his drivers that looks up to him, buys setups from him, does coaching or whatever, he just set the precedent that is okay to do, and that's just not right.
Well, Sean Conklin was not at all restrictive in terms of what he believes, folks. What do you think about that one, Justin?
Not surprised. Let's put it that way in terms of response. I mean...
Oh, yeah, he's mad. It makes sense. Maybe we can even get Alex up here in a little bit and see what he has to say about it. But we're coming down to the end of this thing, and this battle for third is starting to heat up to the point where I'm a little worried about it. If Alex is interested, we might bring him up here if we get a caution or something. What do you think?
I'm going to let you handle in terms of that situation because it's a hot potato moment for this season, to say the very least.
Yep.
One of the biggest moments in terms of incidents we've seen in 2026 so far.
Oh, yeah.
We're coming up to what is going to be, for these drivers, 33 laps to go, coming to 32 already. Race lead is now down to 2 black flag machines of Delaney and Hoytsma.
Yeah, they're all over each other. This is going to be for the win of the race. These top 3 cars. In 4th place, Matthew David Woods closing in on this battle as well. This is not over. You got on your screen, you got, looks like 19 laps to go. 3 cars under a blanket. Any one of them could take the win. And maybe even someone further back can probably do it, given the right circumstances. But Delaney really capitalized on that caution when it came out.
Definitely did, but keep in mind, there is a major threat to that. Benefield, I think this is his chance.
Oh,
this is similar to last year, isn't it? Where Benefield was good on long run. He's yet again there.
That 83, he run the bottom most of the race. But that time he went in the corner a little higher. He's trying different lines, trying to get faster. And I mean, it would be so cool to see that 83 come around and get the dang win if he's able to do it. He hadn't touched the lead that much at all today, except under those pit flag conditions. He's going to make a move for Hoytsma down on the bottom this time.
Oh, and Hoytsma gets turned. Benefield apologizes immediately. Turned around for a second. Caution is out.
Oh, look out, guys. Holy, I cannot believe I turned my head for 2 seconds to go and look at another angle, and that happens. I wish I would have saw that live. I was a little bit behind. 83 on the bottom, comes up, side drafts. Oh.
We just had a wreck under caution. Casey Graves stopped for the checkup and got plastered. This is 20 seconds after the caution now. Watch this. 01 sees them turn around, says, I'm going to let you do it. I'm not going to push the issue. And then, hello.
No. Wrecking front stretch, down low, front stretch. Still stop down there. You're going to have to back up, Adam. All right. Adam, you can get rolling around him. Lucas, you're going to have to back up and loop it down low. All right. Oh, still wrecking. Okay, stopped in one.
Stop, man.
That is 100% just, you see a car trying to get his car righted the right way. He checked up for it. It's not, I don't think Graves did anything wrong there. He saw the car wrecking, and the one car didn't see it in time and just plowed right into the back of Graves.
I mean, give credit to Graves to check up in that, but
oh yeah,
caution is already out, and now Graves has a destroyed race car. And no surprise, leaders are not pitting, at least some of them. Delaney stays out. If you're taking tires, there's no way you make the spots up with him, even with the fall-off difference. Here we go, restart. Wood in second now. Can he make an upset win? He's on the outside, couldn't make it. Stick contact. Dyson gets him loose. Side by side for third is Lynn. Now moves his way. Lynn makes the third spot work.
Oh man, just like that, Lim trying to battle with Dyson, not quite clear yet. Matthew David Wood's going to try and chase down Delaney. Will he be able to get there? We got 11 laps to go, 10 and a half laps to do it. And this is where, if you get a first win, that's kind of cool, not going to lie. It's one of the oldest tracks we run in NASCAR, and it's one of the ones that just mean the most. You get that grandfather clock, 3 wide behind them. Look at Benefield and Basin down there with
caution.
Oh, caution out, wrecking out of turn number 4. It is the 62 of Neil Pearson. Again.
Neil Pearson around again. I think they just threw out Clippy. They forgot about Clippy. And now, lucky for Grace, he didn't pile into that one. But it's been a rough night for the 62. Oh.
Unrelated to this, that 62, unrelated to all that, the 62 just, man, got loose off turn 4. This race is not something that you can plan. The Full Length Cup Challenge rarely disappoints me. I'm always entertained.
Delaney and Wood side by side. Green flag is out, back and away. Delaney gets the jump. Wood shuffles in.
Okay, there you go. He's clear for second. Now he's got to try and catch the leader. Is he going to be able to get there? Going to hit the line with 3 laps to go. He's on the back bumper. Matthew David Wood in the 16 car, but trying to do what he can to try and pass the 6 car Delaney. Delaney, the veteran. Caution is out again. Nolan Hodgson around. Oh, man, that's unfortunate, man. That looked like a great setup for an end of a race.
Oh, boy.
Yep. Oh, he got loose.
Race leaders looked okay. But again, We're in green, white checker territory, just like that.
Front straightaway, he's battling side by side with Hoytsma there, and he just overdrove the entry, spun the car out, unfortunately. Luckily, he didn't hit anything. Way to keep the car off the wall. That I got to give him some props for that. Not many drivers can do that when you slide like that into the corner.
Green flag is out. Field's underway. Delaney with a great jump. Wood forced to battle for second.
Oh, man, that is not the start that the 16 car wanted to have at all. The 6 car, exactly what he needed to see. He needed to see them get side by side. Coming through the final couple corners, coming to get the white flag here from Martinsville.
White flag is out final time around. Delaney holds on to a solid advantage. Wood and Lim fighting for second. Who gets that step of the podium? It's all Delaney up in the front. They start stacking up behind with Basin to the inside wall, but it's going to be Jonathan Delaney who takes the win at Martinsville. Wood takes second, Lim in third.
Able to come back home. Martinsville, get the job done, and he's going to go ahead on that front straightaway and do a burnout right there. Take a look. Mountain Dew for the win right there.